guys, welcome to an amazing episode of Demystifying Landscape Architecture. So today in studio, I have a very beautiful guest who will be taking us through landscape architecture, and I want you guys to be keen, listen, learn, and get something new from this episode. And I would love for her to introduce herself to you guys.
Hi, I'm Terry Kayoko. I'm a landscape architect and also a lecturer at Kenya College of Interior Design.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a landscape architecture lecturer.
Okay, so when we hear the word landscape architect, you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is land, right?
Yes.
Just the ground. So how does architecture come together with all that?
When it comes to landscape architecture, basically, we look at designing and also planning of outdoor spaces. Yeah, so it can be a park, a garden, your compound, all that. So it involves the planning and also the designing of such spaces. And we do this so that to increase the aesthetic value of that place, to make it more beautiful. For ecological purposes, we know right now sustainability is a really big thing in the world due to the different effects of climate change that we're experiencing. And also the spaces that we design are done to meet human standards or different functions. Yes, so that is what basically landscape architecture encompasses.
Okay, so when we talk about landscape architecture, from what I'm getting, is mainly we focus on outdoor spaces, right?
Yes.
So like where we are outside, right? So this is entirely your scope.
Yes. So the major focus of landscape architecture is outdoor spaces, but we also take part in a bit of interior spaces, especially when it comes to interior plantscaping, recommending plants for interior spaces, courtyards and such. We do also design of courtyards that are like external spaces inside. Atriums, such things.
Okay, so when we talk about maybe doing such spaces, trying to beautify them, making sure that they are workable, they're sustainable, the first question that will come to our listeners or our audience's mind is, what is the difference between a landscape architect and just someone who does gardening?
Mostly gardeners take care of plants.
Yes.
They nurture plants and take care of plants. Landscape architecture is way broader than that. Yes, we deal with plants, but the way we look at outdoor spaces is not just nurturing plants. It's more holistic than that. We have to look at how the different plants, how are they going to thrive? Are they working in that specific environment? How is that landscape going to be in 10 years from now? Also, we have aspects of landscape construction, where we have waterfalls, gazebos, swimming pools, all the different other elements within the landscape. Also, as I've mentioned, in landscape architecture, we have like the three main sectors or groups that are intertwined in it. We have to look at the ecology. So we have to look at the ecology, the ecosystem. Are we nurturing the ecosystem or are we destroying the ecosystem? We also have to look at the function of the space. Is the space actually serving the humans who are using it? Or if it's maybe a wildlife reserve, is it serving the animals or the organisms that are in there? We also have to look at definitely the aspect of aesthetics and beautification. We have to incorporate all these three. So yes, a gardener also works in outdoor spaces, but they mostly just look at plants. For us, we look at outdoor spaces in a more holistic way.
I would want to talk about courtyards.
Yes.
Okay. By the time I come up with a courtyard, maybe I just did my apartments and I feel like, you know what guys, maybe we should have a tennis court somewhere. So how do I know this is where I need to have it? Or can I just wake up and decide today I want it there? Then tomorrow I'm like, no, it doesn't look nice. People won't see it. I want it at the front to attract people. Okay,
so ideally, it's good to involve landscape architects at the inception of your project. Because we have planners and also landscape architects who take part in master planning and urban planning. So before design comes planning. You need to know exactly why you're placing something where. Because now you need to know how is it going to interact with the elements next to it. Is it serving the purpose? Is the circulation network in Africa, sorry, is it getting there?
It's okay.
Sorry. So there are so many factors that you need to consider. So planning is crucial.
Okay.
That is why it's recommended you involve a landscape architect at the inception of your project. Because we also take part in master planning and urban planning and just planning in general. Because you might have a very good design, but if you did not have planning before that, prior to now implementation of the design, your design might not be fully utilized. Yeah. So planning is basically arrangement in consideration to so many other things. Consideration to the physiological elements, the climate, the people who are going to use that site, the circulation. So there's so many things that you need to consider. So that is, as you were saying, can you just put something somewhere? Because you wake up and say, I need a tennis court there. You need to consult someone. Maybe there is a tree that has superficial roots that you need to take care of, that is right next to your tennis court. So those are, you need to consider so many things. So that is why it's crucial for you to bring in a landscape architect into your project.
So when you talk about trees and maybe the kind of roots that they have, are you telling us that it's not just any tree that I should plant maybe in my compound?
Yes. So you know, a tree is a natural element. It's very, yes, you can try and control how it grows, but we have certain trees that might have maybe superficial roots, and we usually say roots look for water. You cannot control where it's going. It's going to be looking for water. It might be 5 meters deep. You do not know how far it has spread. So let's say you went for a shade tree, like there's a tree called umbrella tree next to a structure. So you have a tree there, and then you decide 5 years from now, let me build my house next to that tree. Or let me plant that tree. It looks really good. Let me plant it next to my house. You do not know the repercussions that the roots are going to have on your foundation, on the structure. So that is also where we come in as landscape architects, because we're able to consider the growing, how a tree grows, how the plant is going to look 20 years from now, if it's such a tree. Before you now arrange it and plan it and do your design.
So now I think it's clear to our audience that there's a clear difference between just a normal gardener and a landscape architect, or even just saying I love flowers, so I think I can just pick this flower and bring it home, because it's clearly there's a lot to it.
There's so many things you need to consider, because you need to know how to take care of your plants. You don't want to plant, we have flowers that have a lifespan of less than a year. So if you decide in your garden, you have a really nice garden, but it's only going to look good for a year. After a year, you're wondering why all your plants are dead. You did not know when you were choosing your plant, you actually chose the plant that is considered an annual. That is now, as landscape architects, we're able to advise you on such.
So tusijifanya wakulima huku nje wa maua, you just go picking what is pretty.
Aesthetics is a really big factor to consider. What looks good for you, most of the time that is what you go for. So it's not that we're saying that what looks good for you, don't go for it. Yes, when we come in, we are able to choose the plants that are aesthetically pleasing to you, but maybe advise you on how to take care of it, where to plant it, maybe plant it with another type of plant.
What does the market look like for landscape architects?
It's actually really growing in popularity. Yes, people might not dub it, especially in I don't want to say Africa or Kenya. People might not dub it as landscape architecture, but that is what they are doing every day. Yes. When you have your compound and you decide, I want a driveway here, I want drainage here, I want to do these plants here, that is part of what landscape architecture is. So we might not dub it as landscape architecture because someone feels like once you put it that way, now becomes a very expensive profession. Because now when you say I want a landscape architect, people are just saying how much is this person going to charge me. Yes. But that comes with knowledge on how to deal with the different aspects of the outdoor. So the market right now is, I'd actually say, quite favorable because you can go to so many different fields. As I think I mentioned master planning a while back. You can work on urban planning, you can work in conservancies and national parks, You can also maybe do a bit of, now I'm a lecturer. Yes.
Okay.
You can decide to go into teaching. Yes. Yeah. So designing, you can become a consultant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you're a lecturer at?
So I'm a lecturer at Kenya College of Interior Design. We shorten it to KENSID, and we offer diploma and certificate course in landscape architecture.
Okay, so when I think landscape architecture, why should I come to KENSID?
So at Kenya College of Interior Design, it's a good starting point for your career as a landscape architect, because we focus on offering top-notch technical skills. Also, we have an industry-relevant curriculum for landscape architects, so that when you come from here, you're actually able to practice landscape architecture as a career. Also, we have hands-on lecturers who are available to you at all times, and we're able to guide you through the beginning of your journey as a landscape architect. So welcome to KENSID.
So thank you so much for being with us here today. We appreciate you, and we have learned a lot, and I hope that the audience at home, you have learned a thing or two. I have personally learned that it's not every day that you wake up and decide to plant flowers or trees just anywhere, and also understanding that landscape architecture is more than just farming or gardening. There's more to it, and if you want to learn more about this, you know the place to go to. It's at the Kenya College of Interior Design. Thank you for being with us today. Till next time, bye bye.